Howdy, oh, howdy. So view counter went bing, oh, here went on and off. I'm trying to Discord, but I had a problem with my eye, and it's just super stingy. I should keep the eye spray in my office, but it gets hot in here, so it evaporates really quickly. Plus, I'm just really tired. Okay, guys, I'm really tired. I'm so tired. I'm okay though. Apart from I ate way too many prawns, small shrimp, and it's kind of like left an infectious taste in my mouth or something. Just I can taste prawns, and I don't get it. Gross. Well, it's gross now. It wasn't so gross before. So yeah, whatever. That's what happens when you go to the beach. When you go to anywhere near the coast in the UK, then you get fish and prawns and stuff like that. Just everywhere. It's everywhere and everything all the time. Anyway, I'm back. Didn't take that long. It took a day longer than I was expecting it to because my mother was insistent that I stay for a little bit extra. But yeah. So yeah, I've got like a few days and then I'm off again, which is nice. I like it. I do like it. I am happy that I'm going to see Dave again. Very happy about that. Oh, I need to ask him if I should bring my padding stuff because he really did like the padding gear that I bought when we experimented with padding with the pillow last time, seemed to get him excited, like genuinely excited. So if I bring the padding suit, I don't know, he might like that. He might like that. Plus, he might not have enough like bedding and pillows and stuff to fill it up. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, the only problem with bringing that is that it's basically it's a whole carrier bag worth of extra stuff. I don't know if that's going to be a thing because basically I pack my backpack with basically drawing stuff, little computer. It's got a mini computer in it, Game Boy, toothbrush, all of that stuff. And then usually what I do is I bring like a carry, like a canvas bag, just one of those canvas bags that you get at like supermarkets. I put all my clothes in that, and then I just walk into the store. I just walk into the store, walk into the station, walk into the train station, and yeah, it's easy. It's super easy. Um, it's not like people are gonna try to steal that. It's weird if people try to steal that. My backpack stays with me all the time, so yeah. So it's not a thing. It's not a thing. This is really weird. This prawn thing is really strange. But if I do this, then I've got to take less clothes and put the padding stuff on top of it. Or I could just find a bigger bag. I don't know. It's probably not that. I'm probably thinking. I'm probably way overthinking it. I don't know. I should ask him what he wants me to bring. I always ask him what I should bring, and he always says it's like just bring yourself, and that's sweet. But you can be more specific. I don't mind if you want me to bring something specific. I'm okay with that. So yeah. I don't know. Well, whatever. I'll ask him if I remember to ask him. But yeah, I've got a busy day tomorrow. I've got so much editing to do. If it's not too hot, I've got so much I've got another drawing project, but this one's for family. So yeah, my mother wants me to paint a mural, well, design a mural that she will try to paint on the side of her wall of her house. She always does this to me, and she's always, you know how I have this thing about like people who want to commission me and how they should have a detailed-ish, at least a little bit of detailed description of what they want me to draw, right? Otherwise, you're going to get exactly what you asked for. And it's sometimes it's stupid, right? My mother just is like, these are her instructions. I want a seaside theme mural, something seasidey, something like of the sea and seasidey. I want something like that. And it's like, are we talking like pirates or mermaids or fish or cruises or holidays, or are we talking any of that? She's like, yeah, just something like that. And it's like, wait, what one? She's like, I don't know, you pick something. So that's it. I don't have any more information about what she wants. Shall we make some ideas? I've already done two ideas, and I'm working on the other two, I guess. I don't know. But this is basically a family thing, I guess. I'll just quickly go through the ones that I've got. First off, have I got it in my book? I've got the book here. Give. Do not fall over. I don't know where the rubber band went. I had a rubber band attached to here to basically use it as a bookmark. Plus, it kept this piece of paper from flicking. So I don't know how. Also, I don't know what that smudge is on the paper. But yeah, so far I've got like a fishy fin, a big whale fin, and this is important because when we lived in Lowestoft, when we lived in the lighthouse, there was a giant painting that I don't know how whoever painted this. It was it was super photorealistic, but it was like it was giant. It was about this big. It was about this big. Of basically, it looked super photorealistic. When I was a child, I just assumed it was a picture, like it was a photograph. And it was basically a whale's fin that was just come out of the water and is about to go in it again. And I basically wanted to. I did a little sketch of what that would look like. So she can have that on her like wall, I guess. Maybe with a boat in the background or something. I don't know. This is just an idea. It's a concept sketch. So yeah, I don't know what happened to that painting, but I remember my mother saying that she liked it. So I was like, I'll do that. I'll do that. So sketch. And then I've got, and I did this on the train, by the way. Just want to point this out. Did this on the train, and it's not finished, but it's the bow. It's the bow of a pirate ship with a mermaid. It's going to be a mermaid, like, I should know the name of this. I did know the name of this. God damn it! You know how on boats, on old tiny boats, they had like a carving of like something. I know, super vague. They basically had a carving of a person, usually a woman, and it was to bring the ship good luck, you know. Anyway, I made it a mermaid, and basically I was gonna have it there, and it's got like waves crashing around it and stuff, and it was gonna be it's the front of a boat. That's what it was gonna be. So there's that one. Got to finish that one. Remember, I did this on the train. Okay, trains are not super stable. It's a miracle I got this fin to look as good as it does. It actually does look really good. You can't really see. It's so good. Whatever. But yeah, so that's piratey. Not very piratey. Yeah, it's piratey. So that's going to be like a piratey thing, or just a boat thing, or something. And then the other two, I don't know what I was going to do. I was just going to do like deck chairs, deck chairs, maybe on one. And on the other one, I was going to do like maybe a map. These ideas haven't been formulated. That's why they're super blank. So yeah. That one's the most complicated because it's gonna have a boat, and it's gonna have like waves and water and stuff, which isn't that great to draw in the first place. And it's also gonna have I've got to draw a mermaid. I've got to draw the front of a boat. I mean, it's all kinds of complicated. But yeah, for like the deck chair one, I was going to do like starfish and seahorses and stuff, just kind of just sprinkled around, just around. But for the map, I was literally just going to do a map. Sort of semi-pirate like. Always with the pirate stuff. No, sort of basically just a kind of a map of the general area around where she lives now. So around the house, but of just like make it kind of pirate like, pirate like a treasure map almost, and it kind of have like a line going to the her favorite spot on the beach, because my mother literally lives 5 minutes from the beach. Like, it's literally you go out of the door, out of her gate, you leave the gate, and then you walk down her road 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes, and then you are basically confronted with the sea wall. And this wall separates you from the beach. It's right there. So it's like, yeah. So but there's a specific spot on the beach because you've got to go through all the sand first before you get to the water. So yeah. So yeah, that's basically what I've been doing. Mostly on the train. Mostly been trying to get ideas while I've been with my mother, but she's been keeping me busy anyway. The spiders had fun when I was away, by the way, so that was good. Because I keep having to put my arm through a spider web, and I hate that so much. Anyway, yeah, very very simple. We got we got there, and then I went to the beach, and then basically chilled for most of the time there. Went to a car boot sale. That was actually kind of nice, you know. Got Damon his present. I got Damon his birthday present super early, so that was good. And it wasn't that expensive for what it was. I'm not going to spoil it because I don't want Damon to know, and he sometimes does watch these. But it was like, and sorry, by the way, Damon, it is actually a really expensive thing if the woman that we got it from is to be believed. But she basically like pointed out like a bunch of proof that it's like, oh yes, it's definitely this age because you can see the markings on it and everything. That it's definitely from Victorian times or whatever. And it's like, great, how much is it? And it was like, this price. And I was like, if it was that price, then You know, if it was from the Victorian era or whatever, it's more than that. That sounds like bullshit. But they are very nice. So whatever. Um yeah. So went to a car boot sale. That is like a car boot sale. I don't know if you got these in America. I don't know if you do this in America. It's basically like a garage sale, you know? Do you know what a garage sale is? What do you, I mean, does anybody know what a car boot sale is? Basically, it's like a bunch of yard sales, but at a specific location. Um, I guess you could call it like almost like a flea market. I guess maybe I know you have garage sales. What I'm saying is that I don't understand. So it's a flea market. Yeah, but it was famously called a car boot sale because essentially what would happen is a bunch of cars kind of like lined up almost like a parking lot, and then they would open the boot of their cars, and then they basically would like unfold a table and then put all of their shit on the table that they want to sell. And this could be like old shit that they hadn't, that they just want to clear out of their house or whatever. But you get like regulars there as well that sell like specialty items and all that stuff. And yeah, that's basically a car boot sale. Um, so yeah, that was it was nice. It was nice because I haven't been to a car boot sale for fucking ever. Mainly because they require you to be up early in the morning, which is stupid. Because we got there at 9 o'clock, and they were starting to pack up already. What the fuck is wrong with them? Jesus. But yeah, Damon would never get up that early to basically do that. Yeah. So yeah, I said to my mother that it's like because she's retired, she doesn't have to work. She doesn't really want to work sometimes, but she occasionally still does work. You know, she gets bored. So like she used to do kind of like a market stall thing like a while ago, just for a couple of years. We had a whole van and everything. It was a huge deal. It was a huge big deal. So I basically said to her that it's like what you should do is just like you should come here and then like be here all day. Like not just come here for the morning bit. Like come here and then while everyone's packing up, you can still just be open and you can like just sell tea or basically plants or shells. She loves shells. She keeps getting shells off the beach, bringing them to her house. They are around her house. They're inside her house in bowls and jars, and just they're in the garden. They're fucking everywhere. I nearly had to bring some home because she nearly made me bring some home. And I basically was like, just make some shit out of shells and then sell it at the car boot sale. You would basically make a fortune. But she might not do that because of course. So yeah, it was not bad. It wasn't shit. It was basically just the beach and occasionally going to a car boot sale. We did it once, I know. And then kind of having a trip to the store. That was it. That's what we did. That's what we did for like 3 days. I had a Chinese, which is super yummy because I haven't had Chinese takeout for ages because we only have one takeout here. We have one. Um. So yeah, that's what I did. That's what I did. Super mega budget mini break. I did record a video. I did the feet week video already. It's just a quick beach feet video. Very, very quick, simple, easy, done. I realized I probably haven't done one in Cornwall. Yeah, Cornwall. I've done a few in Cornwall, but I haven't done one in Clacton. I can't remember if I know I shot something in Clacton, but I don't think it was like a feet video. So I did a quick feet video in Clacton. So I got one off the list. I got one of them off the list at least. So that's good. Yeah. But yeah, I just haven't done much else. I was basically just decompressing after several bad weeks in a row. Ugh. And it really did help. You know, my mother and you know, we've had problems in the past and stuff. My mother seems to have gotten like so much nicer. She's so much better. You know, like I stayed an extra day mostly because she insisted, but because she was actually super duper nice. You know, in the past, basically she would make issues out of nothing, and it would drive me crazy. It would drive me crazy to the point where I would have to leave because I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't stay there anymore. You know. But this time I was actually a bit bummed that I had to come home, and it wasn't just because I didn't get to go to the beach. I swam, by the way. The water wasn't that muddy this time. This time, yeah, the water because Clacton is on the Thames estuary, it's kind of super silty, which means that it's kind of brown. It looks really brown. You know, you can't really see through it. But this time it was super clear. It was very clear, especially once you got like 3, 4, 5 meters out. It was still kind of clear. You know, after that it did get a bit, you know, you got a bit deeper. And it did get a bit more murky, but I could still kind of see my foot if I just lifted my foot up a little bit. I could see that. That was weird, and I actually got to swim, and it was enjoyable. And I saw a seal. So yeah. So that was my week. That was my, I was gonna say my weekend, but this is in the middle of the week. So yeah. And the cat allergies wasn't that bad. Like I'm a bit croaky right now. So I'm guessing, and I didn't notice it when I was there, but Damon noticed it when I came back. I'm a little bit croaky, but I'm not super duper kind of like, oh my god, I can't breathe. And I'm not itchy anywhere. I normally am itchy somewhere, but no, like cat allergies, just it didn't bother me so much, you know. I actually slept well when I was there. Um, and I had Chinese, so yeah. The thing with the prawn taste that I've got right now, I think it might just be because I had I had Chinese takeout leftovers this morning, you know, for breakfast. So basically, the prawns that were in the Singapore style noodles, Singapore style special fried noodles. Um, those tasted a bit weird, like the next day, and that's why I can taste. Yeah, I'm just gonna brush my teeth like about 3 or 4 extra times before I go to bed. I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. But yeah, I needed that. I needed to be by the water. I needed to be in the water. I needed the water. I needed that so desperately. Jesus. I felt like super revitalized. Just that you know, those days where I could basically get out of the sea and just sit on the beach and looking at the water, you know. awesome. The only thing that was missing was basically like one or two of my friends to, you know, bring me food, beer, maybe, I don't know. But you know, you can't have everything. You can't have everything. Oh god, that was just really needed. Even if it was in fucking Essex. Even if it was in Essex, Jesus. That is the one thing my mother did try to be annoying about. She kept trying to make Essex sound good. Just admit it. Just admit it. Essex isn't that great. Essex kind of sucks. You know, the only reason why that beach was so good is because nobody knows about it. You know, there was nobody on the fucking beach but me and sometimes my mum. If everybody knew about that beach, that would be it. That would be it. It would be ruined. You know, that is yeah. Oh, I got bitten by sand flea. Sand fleas bite you. I did not know this. I've never been bitten by a sand flea before. In case anybody doesn't know, sand fleas are about like I think they're everywhere on the Earth planet. Sometimes they're not really on like really populated beaches, you know. But yeah, I guess they're yeah. But no, they're little tiny fleas. They're not little tiny fleas. They're actually quite big fleas. They're like that big. Some of them are that big. And they kind of just go ding on the sand, and you can just watch them kind of just like. But yeah, they're kind of related to shrimp and prawns, you know, in the animal family and stuff. But yeah, um, but yeah, I was just watching them on the beach, and my leg was kind of like on the sand, and I turned my foot around, and all of a sudden I was like, ow. And when I looked, I had a little tiny bit of blood on my leg, and I felt something ping off of my leg. I didn't see it. I think I saw it for a split second, and it looked very brown because you know it had some of my blood, and they're mostly transparent, but essentially when they've eaten something, you can see inside of them. So it's like it took some of my blood and then fucked off. But no, I think they only bite you if you squish them. If you squish their, you know, if you squish their legs and their mouths up against your body, then they will bite you. But most of the time, they're not like aimed at you. They're hugging the sand. So when you squish them, they just kind of sink into the sand. They don't get squashed. They just sink into the sand. So they don't. They're normally not that big of a deal. But no, it did make me paranoid for that rest of that fucking day because I was like, am I sitting on one? Am I going to get bitten again? Jesus. So yeah. But yeah, sand fleas. I can't think of anything else that I need to tell you guys. I think that was it. That was basically what I did for the past like few days. Oh, there is one thing. On the train ride back here, I had to stop at Ipswich. Actually, a really nice city. Jesus Christ, that is a really nice city. I really like that place. I had to stay there for an hour because my trains didn't line up. You know, I missed my train, my connecting train. Um, no big deal. Had to spend an hour at this station. Right outside the station, really nice pub on a river with outside seating, and it was super nice today. And I had a couple of drinks. You know, I come back into the station, and there was a really nice coffee bar, by the way. That's part of the station. That was going to be my alternate if I basically didn't see the pub. And also there was like a W.H. Smith's, which is just a general store kind of place. And they have like a Costa coffee machine, which also does hot chocolate. And I just wanted to see if they do hot chocolate, you know, at the same price as the actual Costa coffee bar that was in the station. So I'd already memorized the price of the Costa one. So I looked at the Costa coffee machine in this store, and I was and A guy farted on me. Now, context. Um, when I first entered this store, I noticed that basically, like, he had farted on a woman, but he kind of like turned around and giggled at her, and she just kind of went ugh, and then left, you know. And I was like, oh, he giggled out of nervousness, right? Because it was a mistake. Whatever, no big deal. Don't really think about it. Um, yeah, he was standing in front of the coffee machine, so I basically went around the aisle and I looked at the to the coffee machine so that I could basically not be where he just farted. Um, no, he then turned his butt towards me while I was at the coffee machine, farted, and then giggled at me. And I'm not a very violent person. I'm not. I wanted to assault him. I was ready to assault him. I basically, you know, things were clenched up. I was like, I made my shoulders look slightly extra bigger. I kind of was like, assuming the threatening position of like it's like I'm going to punch you, right, or something. I'm going to punch you, shove you. I'm going to incapacitate you in some way, you know, because this is not cool. You know, this is assault. This is actually assault. Farting on somebody, that's assault. I am now justified in assaulting you. You know, I was just, it was just not the right time to do that to me. um, However, before I did any of that, and he kind of like, because he was giggling at me, while he was giggling at me, I went, why? As I was tensing up and ready, getting myself ready to, hurt him. Um, I said, why? But he just kind of looked at me confused and then giggled again. He was disabled. He was mentally disabled. This guy was this guy had special needs. I couldn't do it. It's basically because it's kind of like punching a child. This is a fully formed adult human male. You know, it was like he was my age, if not older. Um, but the reactions that I was getting, because I asked him why twice, um, it just wasn't registering, and I couldn't do it. So I basically just, I turned to leave, and then he was about to fart on me again, and I just said "dickhead," and then basically left. But I did tell station security, and station security were like, "We can't do anything. If he's in that store, we can't do anything." You know, they have to get their security to deal with him. It's like, right, but he is assaulting people, okay? And they were like, "Yeah, I know." So I went to my platform. I was just, yeah, whatever. It was uncool. It was just so annoying. You know, I was fully ready. Has anybody else had this? Where basically, I mean, I've worked security. I've done, I've done like weird jobs like that. Um, has anyone had this thing where basically they were like, "I'm fully justified in doing what I'm about to do," and then like tackling somebody or whatever, you know, but then you basically are denied. You know, has anyone had this? It was really annoying. I was like, I'm like, oh, I I hate. I'm not this. I'm not the person. I'm not this kind of person normally. But I was like, I kind of need a win, you know, and showing off that I can actually. stop a normal human. It would basically be like, you know, that would make me feel better, especially right now, you know. Um, and then having that just taken away from you, it's kind of like, ugh, it's great. It's just not cool. It's just it's unfair. It's really unfair. Um, Getting fired on. Just what the fuck is that? What even is that? Anyway, random bullshit story over. Just oh my god. I just didn't think that this would ever happen. Ever. So it was kind of like it's like, well, this whole situation is absurd, and also now I'm mentally frustrated. But it didn't last long. It basically, yeah, I just it kind of like went away the second I got to my platform. I was just kind of like more confused than anything else, you know. So yeah, a better fox. So yeah. Um. Oh, I did get randomly verbally assaulted a bit as well, just outside the station. Again, Ipswich is lovely. Ipswich, I love. I loved Ipswich. It was awesome. I was only there for an hour, but I really liked the city. It made me, you know, it it made me appreciate kind of like the general vibe that I got from it. It was quite nice. It's literally two people that are just buttholes a bit. So yeah. So the guy that fired on me and the guy that basically uh, I went out. I went outside to get my bearings as to what I'm going to do for the next hour, and I went out. I went outside, and basically there was a what I'm assuming was a homeless person. Um, I'm sorry, that makes me sound so upper class. I'm probably going to be a homeless person at some point in the not too distant future. So you know, whatever. But I'm not going to be this guy. I'm definitely not going to be this guy. But yeah, I don't have any money on me. I don't have any cash on me. I've got a credit card, and that's it. I got a credit card, and it basically does contactless, money. um, but yeah, so basically, this he might not have been homeless. He was just wearing a tracksuit, really skinny. Kind of smelled a lot like drugs, which was great. Um, Standing really close to me, and it was just kind of asking me for money, asking me if I had any spare change and stuff. And I said, "Sorry, I don't have anything." He said, and then he basically went really loud and was like, "Oh, you don't have anything, do you? Well, thanks very much then. You don't have anything. You don't have anything." And I was more amused than I was like irritated by this. I still am. This didn't really bother me that much at all, you know, because again, it was just like this isn't. I don't know if he's trying to be loud to threaten. I don't know what's going on here. This is just dumb more than anything. But I couldn't stop kind of grinning at him, and he was like, he was super offended by this, and it's like, I don't have any money. Well, I've already got my wallet and it's got my contactless card in it. I don't have anything. And so, well, you do have something then. There's a cash machine right there. It's like, I'm not giving you notes. I'm not giving you cash money that I don't have. You would have like yelled at him. No, it was just amusing. That's the thing. When I worked security, that's one of the things that they basically tell you not to. They tell you not to do. You don't yell back. You know, you laugh. It's very disarming. You know, I think that's what it was triggering. It was triggering some of my security training. Not that there's much training that they give you, but it's just like one of the things they do tell you is that you kind of you have to either laugh it off or don't respond. You know, and it was just I think that's what it was. I was just like it was amusing more than anything. Especially since you kind of assess. I was assessing him. He didn't look like he had any weapons on him or anything. Um, he was really, really, really thin. You know, I could have just like, and he would have fallen over and then just like shattered. That's what it felt like. So it was just he was just loud. So it was kind of like not a big deal. Um, So yeah, that wasn't that bad. Like I said, Ipswich was great. Ipswich was great. Apart from those two people, it was just like yeah. It was just yeah, it was nice. So yeah, that's it. That's what I've been doing. So for the next couple of days, I'm going to be well, at least yeah, for the next couple of days, I'm going to be editing these videos. I've got like 5 videos to edit. I might put 2 into one. The costume one, for example. I might put those 2 together. Um, but yeah, we still will have like I still need suggestions for these ones that are scrolling on the screen right now. So I think Balloon/Lunar Week, uh, Builder Tubs Week, Funnel Week, and Squishing Week, as well as another Christmas video if I can get that done within the next couple of days. So yeah, I might have the house to myself this weekend. I might. It kind of depends if um our roommate is also staying, but I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, so that means I can film in the house and do all other things, and yeah. Um, so yeah, I also got like a random video request. Somebody wanted me to pretend that I'm a giant and squish things like gummy bears. But they wanted me to, they basically said I'll pay you $200 for it or whatever, and I was like that's great, and you can still, but it's $40. It's only $40. Don't worry about it. I don't think I actually sent that part of the message yet. But then again, I haven't filmed anything yet, so yeah. Don't mention gummy bears. Why? But yeah, so I get to do that. Um, that's gonna be interesting. I feel kind of like it's a waste, stepping on gummy bears. Just feels wrong somehow. Whatever. I get to use the macro lens. Oh, it's a tiny fly. I was like, is that a mosquito? But no. Old cartoon kick and gummy bears was stuck in my head. Is there cartoon gummy bears? Oh, oh! You mean ready? They're called the gummy bears. Become the gummy bears. Yep. My brain didn't go there at all. I was like, the card, yeah, but I don't. I've deleted that from my memory banks. So yeah, I've deleted the song from my memory banks, but I didn't delete the gummy bears. But yeah, the one with the song, the theme song, where the guy basically he sings so hard that you're pretty sure he either ejaculated or died or both at the end of it. That one, right? Right. Again, my brain didn't register that they were called gummy bears. I swear to God, they were. I swear, I thought they were called something else. But no, that matches, so it must be it. Weird. Moscow, if you don't know what I'm talking about, then look up the Gummy Bears theme song. The guy is so into singing this. He puts so much enthusiasm into this song. You are definitely convinced that he either ejaculated or died or both at the very end of the song. He's just, he just exploded in some way. Something inside of him broke at the end of that song. You're the gummy bear. No, really. No, really, look it up. It's kind of funny now that I think about it. Panafox, you know what I'm talking about, right? I haven't seen that for a long time. I remember listening to the theme tune because it's on my music playlist. But yeah, I haven't actually watched the Gummy Bears for a long time. There was this weird cartoon that I can't get out of my head, and I can't remember what it was, but it involved kind of like a candlestick maker, a giant hot air balloon that was made to look like a big sock, and basically two of the baddies or bad guys or frenemies or the not that tiny fly is really annoying me. It keeps making me think it's a mosquito. Um, yeah, two of the bad guys being stranded somewhere and them not having enough rocks to spell out the word help, so it just says help, help, and it's kind of in the same style as the Gummy Bears. And I've got a feeling I watched this as a kid, and I just like I don't remember anything else about it. But wherever that was, that's playing in my head occasionally. And it's really annoying because I don't know, I have no idea what it is. No clue. Super vague. Not a big deal though. Probably nothing important. So yeah. Ooh, interesting, but kind of a bad thought because I kind of don't want to do it. Was it the Wuzzles? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Drop a picture or something in Discord, and I'll tell you. I would look it up right now, but I'm doing a live stream. Yeah, something that's kind of like was interesting that my mother was talking about. That I kind of, again, I'm not entirely sure I actually want to do it. You know how basically cloning your dead pet is kind of a thing, and is becoming super cheap now. It's becoming cheaper than it was. It used to be like $1 million to basically clone your pet. Pounds. This is not dollars. So yeah, it used to be like $1 million, and now it's like then it was like a $250,000. Then it was like 100,000. Then it was 10,000. Well, now it's gone down to being like 7,000 or something that somebody has cloned their pet for. I was thinking. Well, my mum basically just kept bringing up memories of my dog, my brother dog, Butch. I've got his DNA. I've got like a claw and a bunch of his hair in a small box. So yeah, I've actually got like viable samples that they could use still. I'm assuming that these are viable samples. This is kind of what they said that they needed. But yeah, and I kind of like toyed around with the idea of like, if I won the lottery, then yeah, I would get Butch back. I would resurrect my dog, my brother dog. But you know, I've matured, and I've kind of had lots of I think about him every day, and I think about seeing him every day. And as much as I would, I don't think I can do it because it won't be him. And I feel almost like it would be unfair to kind of like compare him, like the new dog, to him. So yeah. So yeah. But my mum, my mum was like, ooh, if you really want to do that, then I will give you the money for it. And I was like, ooh, you know. I was like, tempting, so tempting. So yeah. We looked up stuff so many times before. We looked up stuff so many times. What? But what if Butch doesn't want to come back? Well, he's dead. You're not coming back. That's kind of the problem, Panda Fox. That's kind of the problem. You know, it won't be him. It'll be from his DNA. It'll be almost like his son, but it won't be him. And as much as as much as I want him back, I know I can't have him back. I know. It's just that I mean, now with my super depressed brain, sometimes trying to kill me, it does kind of make me wish that I just died with him. I just really, yeah. But super depressed brain. That's what's talking. I do feel like a part of me did die with him though. I'm trying not to tear up because my eyes sting. So stop it. But yeah, I know. I know. Panafox, I'm very much aware that he's not coming back. And that's probably why I'm probably not going to do this. I'm definitely not going to do this. I'm never going to do it. But it's just it's something nice that my mum thought she was being super nice, and it was like, yes, that is a very nice gesture. But yeah, I will let her know that that's probably not going to be on the table. She can help me pay for Damon's birthday present instead, because yeah, I had to dip into the funds, dip into the Damon holiday funds basically to get to my mum and back. So yeah. Anyway, let me have a look at this thing. I mean, that looks familiar. Is it going to be loud? Nah. No, it wasn't the Wuzzles. Nice try though. Like I said, it's very much in the animation style, but the main character was a human, maybe a human candlestick maker. Like he worked as a candlestick making apprentice. I don't. I just remember there being like the big diffie machine with the wicks, and basically like them animating it actually like working and stuff, making candles, and like being like, oh my god, that's so cool. Nobody uses candles anymore. That would have been such an easy fucking job. That would have been so cool. I could do like 50 of these, and then like at lunchtime I can just I can quit and I can like go do something else for the rest of the day. Seriously, for like for medieval times, or like pre-electricity times and stuff, like being a candlestick maker is kind of like super easy. Well, at least they made it look super easy. So yeah. So seriously, you just every now and again you raise the wicks. It's not hard. They made it. They made it. The child made it sound super hard. That's not spider. The child made it sound super hard, but the adult was basically kind of like, just do that. Just do that. It's really easy. But anyway, yeah, he was the main character, and he goes off on a big adventure. And again, I just remember there being like a giant hot air balloon that they made, that the baddies made out of like an old sock or something, and it was like somebody's old sock, like it was shaped like a foot, but it was a hot air balloon, or it was full of gas or something, and then it kind of like it crashes, and they're left alone. It doesn't matter. Anyway, yeah. Now my other eye's stinging. Thanks, Palafox. I'm blaming you for the sadness. It's your fault. Okay, anybody want to ask me something or talk to me about anything? Now is your chance, because I'm going to go very, very soon. I'm really tired. I slept well, but I didn't sleep a lot. I think all the running backwards and forwards on the beach every day was kind of like fucked with, just fucked with my energy levels, because I'd be like, my body would be super excited to get in the water, so it would be like, energy up, go to the beach, go in the water a few times, come out, go back in again, come out, and then it's like energy low, coming back, and then like eat something, and it's like energy up, and then go back out to the beach again. That didn't help at all. That eye is the good eye is currently closed. Fuck. It's you, which means more eye moisture. Bullshit. I should just get a new piece of tissue. The problem is I don't want to touch the tissue roll, because I've been away for a few days and the office has been alive with spiders, apparently. So yeah. This is a bit of tissue that I had in my pocket that I brought into the office with me. So yeah. Or I could just go in the house and spray my eyes, because now I need to pee. But that would mean going outside with the potential new spider webs. Why is everything so stupid? It's okay. Which knows what the spider? You know what? I'm gonna pick it up. I'm just gonna put my finger in it and pick it up. Oh, that scared me. Then there's a bit of tissue inside. there's my glasses cleaner is inside of it. But yeah, I picked it up and I was like, oh my god, there's something in it. But no, it's just that. You just reminded me of Tahani from The Good Place. I did. Even though you just said did, I know. You know, when she boops, so it's like, oh, you booped me. I did. Okay, that's done something. Less stingy. Still have to pee. Wait, what solution do you have for that, genius? Doesn't matter. I'm gonna go soon anyway. Eye stinging still a little bit. Not so much. Not so much as before. I've got a bad feeling something's creeping up. Weird. I did have a ton of baby spiders on me today, but that's because when I was at Ipswich, when I was in Ipswich, I was at the pub. Oh Jesus Christ! When I was at the pub. I sat down. I sat down with my beer, put my bags down, and the table I was sitting on, like it was near the wall, like near this like garden wall, and it was just like if you looked at it closely, it basically would seem perfectly normal, apart from the hundreds of very very small spiders just crawling out from like cracks in the wall because like there had been a nest in there, and I just didn't know that. I just sat down, had my beer, had my pipe, and then basically was trying to get the phone out of my pocket, and I was looking at the wall. And I was like, "Oh fuck!" So I moved chairs while holding my beer and my pipe and my bags and everything, and then basically I moved chairs and yeah, there were tiny spiders for the next hour everywhere. Shit. That was creepy. That was my door opening itself very loudly. But yeah, that's my cue to leave. But yeah, that's actually kind of creepy. It was very relaxing, and then it wasn't. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, there we were. And belly slip. And itch, apparently. But yeah, I'll probably be back tomorrow. I'll see you then. See you. I'm gonna go deal with my door and my bladder and my eyes. Cheers. I hit the wrong button. There we go. Bye.